Artdisplay.com has a number of options for displaying swords. The first that we'll see here are the acrylic sword stands. We sell these sword stands individually so they can be mixed and matched and used in any configuration you would like to use them in. Here we have two lower ones, 3-inch ones for a shorter display, 6-inch ones for slightly higher to get more clearance. You could also have gun stands that are acrylic that match that you could use. They have a wider opening at top to fit a heavier or wider object like that handle. So there's the acrylic gun stand with the wider top. Also, here we're going to use them in a tiered effect. Got the 3-inch ones in the front. We're showing the sword in the back, scabbard lower in the front so you can see them both. Another option is to put the shorter one on the side to give an angled display. A lot of times this has a more of a dramatic presentation. Or we'll do 3 stands and then we'll have an angled display and the tiered display at the same time. Or you can just take all 3 stands and make a tiered effect of all 3 swords or swords and scabbards, but it's a tiered effect. Another thing is to put 3 in a row or whatnot for longer objects. We don't need that for this sword, but that's just to show you. You would use it for other objects that are longer, like maces and staffs or whatnot. You can use it for that as well. We also have the wood sword stands. So here we're going to use a sword in the back with a scabbard in the front, or just you could put 2 swords on there. Another option is the vertical approach. This isn't as common. It'll depend on how long your sword actually is and how heavy it is because of how stable this can be with this size base and where the center of gravity is. To make this a little bit more stable, to keep the sword from kicking out, we'll put a little divot in the front of the base. We won't drill a full hole in there, we'll just do a divot. This way the point of the sword can go into that divot and sort of lock it in place, keep it from kicking out. That'll give it some added stability considering the stability of the overall base. Here we got the arms going down first and then around to the front of the piece, which also helps with the stability. Another thing we did was we bent the back post forward to move the sword centered on the base, which also helps with the stability of the whole thing. There's the vertical sword mount. Another way to mount it vertically is on the wall. The T's are available without the base, so you would just get the T, you would bend a cradle. Whenever you're mounting something on the wall like this, it's better to have most of the weight below, so it'll just hang more naturally without having to rig something to keep it stable. So we'll bend the cradle on there so it'll just hold it like that. Gravity will keep it in place. Drill it, try to get into a stud in wood so there's more friction, and then we'll just push it on, and once again most of the weight is below, so it just sort of hangs there. So this is the vertical wall mount approach. We also have horizontal wood racks for doing the horizontal approach. Here we'll put 2 swords in, or you could put a sword in a scabbard or swords in their scabbards. So these are just some of the options that artdisplay.com has for displaying swords.